Okay, as Trump was trying to explain away the plane from Qatar, and yeah, you want to take something from Qatar that's going to be, let's face it, it's a flying palace is what they said. And I'm sure that plane is coming with all sorts of recording devices, okay? Getting all this information on Trumpenstein back to Qatar that they can use against him, okay? What a fool this guy is. So what did I get from the reading? I just did the 6 card, that's it. Well, it actually came out 7, because first thing out, the reading is about the High Priestess. What's hidden? And what's hidden is the harvest. The harvest, okay? What's Qatar going to get out of this? Like I said, that plane will be loaded with all sorts of listening devices, etc. And so the energy coming into it is about what? The theft. He thinks he's going to get away with this plane, which he plans on keeping, okay? Having it donated to him, this flying palace from Qatar. So what's going on today? It's about what's being offered, okay? And his explanation of the theft, the challenge is the long term. The long term. What's coming out of this for the long term? The outcome is what's being shared and needing some justice, okay? Justice. So I don't think this is going to fly well. Let's go ahead and do a clarifying read and just see what it says about this. Trumpenstein and his flying palace being donated, just for a potential for a short term until they actually get the new one built, which is not going to be for a number of years, okay? But yeah, that's great. Donate a plane. It's full of spyware to the U.S. for the president. And this fool is too stupid to see what's going on. The center of it, the lovers. Yeah, who he's engaging with this. Saudis, 2 billion. We'll just turn a blind eye that you cut up this reporter. Not liking what's coming in, okay? And the truth, new information coming out about what's going on with them, okay? Of course, he's blocking. He doesn't see the light of day. He doesn't have the wherewithal to understand what taking a plane from Qatar means. Idiot. So trying to navigate through this with new information. Foundation is about the actions. Moving forward, the fight, the actions. Above it, again, his manipulation, trying to make it seem something other than what it is, a bribe. And he took away penalties for bribes. You can bribe things now without consequence. That was one of his executive orders. Yeah. Take away any punishment for bribes. Trying to insulate himself. Being out in the cold. When it comes to navigating through this with the new information. Okay, so we're looking at the overseas transactions, where it's moving to, the lovers, the actions that are taking place. He's going to be out in the cold when it comes to navigating through this because of the new information coming out. We see him absolutely not taking in any kind of reality mentally with this and trying to manipulate the situation. So we have trying to figure out the next move with the next lie. What lie can I put out? What message can I put out about, again, holding on to the truth or manipulating the mentality when it comes to it, trying to figure out what he can say. When it comes to what's being built, the lies, the spin, and we have here, his authority. Now this came out upside down. I don't do reversals, but this was in a reversal. So his authority is being overturned when it comes to the actions. Maybe it's Congress or Senate. It's going to say, no. Okay? Your authority, you don't have the authority to do this. Okay? So this is, again, going to cause him some pain because his authority is going to go south. And again, we're looking at the world and his wanting to be king. And again, it all comes down to, again, Trumpenstein and what he's trying to birth out of what his dark mindset from where the White House and what's being worked on, but more investigations are going to come when it comes to the offerings of new monetary concerns, which are going to rain down on him in the truth because they have got the evidence. Okay? So all of these monetary things he's doing, scams, bribes, things that he's doing are going to come back on him. Okay? Right now he's trying to figure out any way he can, what he can say, what he can try to put out there to try to, try to get over on the people in Congress and everything about, there's nothing wrong with the Qatar. It's just, they're just being generous. After all, we've done so much for Qatar, so they just want to, give back because we've been so good to them. Yeah. This is going to come back on him. The fact that, again, he tried to do an executive order to get rid of any penalty for bribes. And they're going to just give him a flying palace, which I'm sure is loaded with surveillance. Okay, information that's going to go back to Qatar, to the Saudis, etc., on exactly what this fool is doing, saying, etc. Oh, yeah, Trump, you're so freaking brilliant.